Another category that you could look at that you might want to write about is the broader category. It includes the first two categories, so Nietzsche versus Western civilization, or the course you're taking, right? So the course you're taking is all about looking at Western culture or global democratic culture, however you want to look at it, and reinforcing the value of such a culture. And he's the great critic of this. He's the great critic of whatever ancient Greek culture and ancient monotheistic culture, which are the two supporting sort of ideas of Western civilization, along with the third supporting idea, which is modern Western civilization that sort of starts in the Renaissance and goes through the Enlightenment and leads to our own modern times. So he's critiquing, Western civilization on a number of levels, and you can make an argument here that he's, talking about intellectual heritage, how we do this intellectual heritage, through reading and writing and seminar work. Nietzsche versus the modern world uh, is another, as I just mentioned, another way that you could use Nietzsche. This tends to be the most popular version of using Nietzsche. Nietzsche is the great critic of modernity, modernity being democracy, capitalism, technology, right? So all the things that sort of happen in the 19th century or arise in the 19th century in which he lives, right? He sees at sort of the ground level, and he sees all these things which are labeled progressive as being problematic. Yes, they do bring material or symptomatic progress, but what they do to our soul or to our mind is another thing. And so he sees the modern world um, as being very problematic, as creating a very unhealthy situation for us. He sees the modern world of capitalism, democracy, and technology as standardizing the world, as making everyone the same, as dumbing people down, as ultimately destroying the idea of individuality, which seems counterintuitive because democracy, capitalism, technology seem to be, or at least sell themselves as being very individualizing type things that are freeing us from our traditional communities and institutions in a positive way. So, if you have some untidy feelings about the modern world, Nietzsche is your guy.